She is a lesbian or not? Hi. This is strange coming onto the internet about something so personal. But I think I might be a lesbian, or at the least I am bi with a very strong preference. Here's the big catch: I have a boyfriend and I have since December 2017. For the majority of that time I have been very comfortable with the belief that I am bi. I wasn't really concrete on it until after a year or so with him, not because I was with him, but because by that point I was 16 and actually got to discover things about myself, since I was getting away from my parents more. Now I concretely know I love him, but it doesn't usually feel like I thought it would. It's a lot of ups and downs, not fighting wise, but just clicking wise. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Essentially we mesh well sometimes, but usually we don't. Anyway, I met someone in college. She was my sweet mate, I'll call her M. It felt totally different, everything was so incredibly intense and it felt exactly how I imagined love would. It didn't amount to anything other than the two of us becoming good friends with casual flirting, but it felt so viscerally real. We told each other we loved each other, but just as besties, totally, that's normal. I felt like I could stay up all night with her and not be bored. Silence didn't feel awkward, it felt warm and sincere. Anyway, at this point I kinda was just like hell, I was right, I am bi. It's 2 years later now and I still think about her from time to time. And by time to time I mean I very unhealthily romanticize everything for days at a time before returning to sanity. I've been starting to feel like maybe I am just into girls. In the entire span of our sexual involvement, about 3 years, I haven't had a single orgasm unless we were grinding, which is so rare I can't remember the last time we did that. Now I know this is something I should talk to him about, but it feels like it's been too long, and he's asked and I've been like no, of course not. Like an idiot. And I don't always fake it, I keep hoping it will get better and I know the only way that'll happen is if he knows I need more. It should also be noted that it isn't bad, it's just not mind-blowingly great, it's pleasurable but not ecstasy. I'm worried that it might be because I'm not fully into it. Maybe I'm ace. I don't know, but I do know I think about her way more than I should for this to be a smaller deal. I don't know if what I'm feeling is real or is simply escapism. Have any of you gone through something similar? How did you work it out? Any advice on wrapping my head around this? Thanks. To be honest, I don't know if this girl is truly a lesbian or not. I mean, based on what she has told us, we know she finds them attractive, but that might be an isolated case. Liking one particular woman doesn't necessarily mean you like women in general. Maybe M just has the characteristics that make her attractive to this girl. On the other hand, we have the boyfriend. She expresses clearly that she doesn't feel him appealing in sexual activities. Again, this might be because she is in love with M, doesn't like this guy, or she is a lesbian. Or maybe all the three options are true. A lost girl. I have been questioning my sexuality for basically all of time. But lately I have especially felt the desire to officially identify as lesbian. I don't know why it's so hard for me to accept this, partly I am scared that it's just what I wish was true of myself. I recently ended my first relationship, which was with a man. However, it was short-lived and I was questioning my sexuality more than ever throughout, because I hardly felt any romantic or sexual urges, which was confusing because I genuinely loved him as a friend. Maybe TMI, but even doing sexual things with him never felt that straight because all we wanted to do was cuddle and kiss. And he also views himself as pretty androgynous and pansexual, and we always said we were in love with each other's souls, not bodies or genders. Anyways, it made me believe I was surely bisexual, but coming out of it my instinct is strongly that I never want to be with a man again. However, I don't necessarily feel super attracted romantically or physically to women either, although I do in my mind, so maybe I just need to get some more confidence / meet the right ladies? Anyways, long rant with not much being said or asked, but if anyone has ever felt similarly or possibly has some advice, I'd be so grateful to hear it. Well, we can't really know what this girl likes or who she is, because not even she knows who she is. I hope she finds herself. Traumatized by men? Okay, so I'm at a very confused place in my life. I, 31F, have been in a polyamorous relationship with my girlfriend, 28F, for almost a year. She has a boyfriend who is so nice and makes her so happy, which in turn makes me so freaking happy. Recently, though, we've been discussing my interest in finding someone in addition to her. She doesn't want me to miss out on anything that could make me happier too, but it has brought up some stuff from my past and has me seriously doubting my bisexuality. I was sexually assaulted by a man when I was 16, and since then I've been in a couple of long-distance kinky relationships with men who have all ended with them more or less abusing me. Now, all of this trauma is slowly being unpacked with my girlfriend and in therapy, but I'm more and more finding that the mere idea of me finding a guy has me panicking. Which in turn has me questioning whether I am bisexual but traumatized by the abuse and assault, or if I am in fact lesbian and the fear and near disgust at a man touching me again is because of that. I'm not sure what I want to get out of this, I'm just so confused. Like, how do I know? This story is intricate. Whether she avoids relationships with men out of fear or because she's gay. It might be both. I don't know, girl. Hope you find yourself. Any advice for her in the comments? A very complex story. I'm beginning to think I might be a lesbian. My wife, on the other hand, still isn't sure. This story has captivated me. So much passion, feeling. Without a doubt, a roller coaster of emotions. Now, being honest, this is pretty wholesome. Don't let a bad experience ruin you. So, I am a trans girl, been out since I was a child. I'm turning 18 and discovering a lot about myself. I've had 3 boyfriends and a girlfriend, the latter being a really bad experience. Reflecting on the past, I noticed that as much as I've loved the people around me, I have been living a bit in automatic mode and my relationships have not really been fulfilling. I identify myself as ace and never thought about who I wanted to date, so I just dated anyone who I considered nice at first. Ending up on me putting a lot of effort in relationships that didn't really make me happy. This girlfriend I used to have, for example, used me as an experiment, since for her I was like a weird hybrid of genders or something. Dating dudes has been easier since then, but as I said, I don't really think I have enjoyed it. So I have been thinking recently. Do I really like boys, or am I just dating them to feel like a real woman, because I have internalized homophobia and dating girls made me feel like a cishet dude? Maybe just because of a bad experience I should not see life in such a flat way and think that no girl would ever be able to love me, simply for being trans. These days I have been talking to a girl I really like and she's got me crazy. I think I have never felt this happy dating, and we are not even a couple yet. All of that made me think, what if I'm a lesbian? And I have been suppressing myself for what society tells you what a woman should be, and I think that is really shitty, and I really should start accepting myself as capable of loving and being loved. What do y'all think? I wanted to talk about this and I thought this would be the ideal place. Someone responded to this girl, saying, around 1 in 3 trans women is a lesbian anyway. So, that might be what's happening with her. That being said, her now ex-girlfriend, who treated her like a lab rat, should be ashamed of her actions. Never treat anyone as a source of personal entertainment, that's malicious. I will love to know your opinions in the comments, I will be reading you. I adore making this kind of videos, and I hope you enjoy them too. That being said, hope you have a wonderful day and, you know the drill. Take care and cherish the ones you love.